I'm going to go over some basics with you in SketchUp in drawing in millimeters for your three-dimensional part. So we're going to go to SketchUp 2017. I'm not going to get real specific so you can copy the video because you're going to have to do your own work, but this will help you through some of the rough parts. So first you're going to choose template. We're going to draw all parts that get printed in woodworking millimeters. You're going to have to read your millimeter ruler. You're going to have to open up your toolbars if you haven't already done so, and then use the same computer each day. So if you do not have all the toolbars open, you can right click up in the top, and we need to open up Getting Started. That should be open. Large Toolset Styles and Views. Then start drawing at the bottom. We're going to draw line by line. You got to figure out what has to happen first. So if I wanted to draw, for example, a line, I click on the screen. I'm going to draw most likely on the green axis or the red axis or the blue axis. Might be helpful to go to the top view. Then whenever I draw straight over, it's aligned with the red axis, and you're going to type a number in. So it could be, for example, 40, and that's 40 millimeters. Enter. Now it's very small, so zoom in, use your scroll wheel. Maybe I come back 60. You know, I'm just goofing around here, but you're going to do something that matches your exact part that you're trying to make. You're going to close the object. It's shaded in. You have to have a two-dimensional closed object to be able to make it three-dimensional. Check your work. Is it the right measurement? Go into the dimensions. Make sure that it's actually what you think it is. If it's the wrong numbers, erase it, start over. You can then push-pull it to some thickness. All 3D printouts have to be at least 3 millimeters thick anywhere. Okay, but we don't want them too thick either. So if you wanted something 60 thick, you got to ask, why do I need it 60 thick? Do we really need it 60 thick to do what we want, or could it be thinner? So that's something to consider also. I'm going to pull this up then 3, and that's enough thickness to have some rigidity and be strong. So now we've got a three-dimensional part, but it's not detailed enough. So let me show you how you build upon this with other things. So that might be step 1. Step 2 might be then to, let's say, measure over 3 with your tape measure, draw another line in, and now you've created a closed two-dimensional object. You can push-pull this up, and let's say we bring this up 40. So now we've got this. Well, maybe this will break under enough pressure. So maybe we need some supports in there, possibly. So maybe we need to, let's do some measuring though first, get my tape measure. Maybe I need to come over, let's say 20, and up 20, and I'm going to put what's called a rib in there. So let's say I connect that. Maybe I connect this one too. And then we could push-pull these 3. And now that's going to give it some strength. So again, I'm reminding you, this is not what you're drawing. This is training in how to do things. Let's give this a little more thickness here. Let's go 3 more, and I'm going to make a spot for the end of a syringe to go. So how do I find the center of this? Well, one thing you can do is draw a diagonal line across here, and then SketchUp will find the center point of any line. And then when you go into the circle and you click here and you start drawing your circle, which I didn't get, you're going to type it in by its radius. Notice at the bottom right, it's radius. So if you want a circle that's a diameter of 25, okay, then you need to type 12.5, which is half of the diameter. Enter. Erase the line you don't need anymore, and then you would push-pull this back the number you want to go. So maybe I push-pull it back, and then I type 3, enter. So that's part of what you could do. Okay. What if I wanted a hole in something, or a couple of holes for some reason? Well, lay it out where it goes. Again, it can find the center point of anything. You can measure back any distance you want. There's 10. There's 10. There's 10. Whatever you want to do. And let's say you wanted another circle or a hole with a diameter of 5, let's say. You would type 2.5, which is half of 5. 2.5. 2.5, And then you could push-pull these all the way through. Don't erase them. Erasing is going to ruin it. Push it down even with the bottom surface. Push it down even with the bottom surface. Notice how it's going all the way through. Push it down even with the bottom surface. Erase all the lines you don't need. Dimension your drawing as you go. Make sure it is what you think it is. So that's 5. That's 43. That's 40. And so we're putting this together. Now I don't know what this thing does, but the point is this is how you're going to build step by step. The last important thing to do would be to save it correctly. We're going to use our H drive, so there's multiple right ways to go here, but basically File, Save As, and whether you're on a new or old computer, you do not want Documents. That's the C drive. You want to scroll down here, and you're going to either find Computer, or it might say This PC, and you're going to find your name, make a folder for this class, name this the part number that you have. So if you picked up part number 6, it's 3D part number 6 and your name, and that would be good, and then save it to here.